fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway.
The garden always looks fantastic, Arbor.
Thank you. It's a girt load of work. People always think elf gardens are fab...
You have got green fingers. You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling. I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my...
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just let nature run its course.
You tell that to Mother.
I have, many times. She'd be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener. Get it?
What are you up to today, then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the elf burrow, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years.
Time passes differently in the elf burrow. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather in the usual season...
You and Father...
no one understands. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
He's just more of a...
The mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the...
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there. Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong, just not that one.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well, anything's possible. If I don't think of something soon, I'll have to ask your father. He can have a little chat with her and she might tell him what's up.
If you're going in, it'd be nice if you didn't tell my mother that you saw me out here.
Oh, you playing hooky again? My lips are sealed.
Mother thought it was unseemly of the bees to build their hive in our garden. I don't think she could get used to the thought that she would no longer be the only queen. It doesn't look very well at all. It's unusual for flowers to hang. Normally they blossom in our good earth, not to mention the power of arbours. This is Mother's mirror. It's said that you can see into the furthest corners of the land and know what's happening in every part of the world. At the moment, it's no more than a shallow bowl. The water's missing. I don't know the names of all the plants in the garden. Grandmother knows them all, which is probably down to the fact that it was her that gave many of the plants their shite beerwood, sweat tea, dodder flower, fat hen, bistort, stink root. We no longer invite her to family gatherings. A lovely spot, so long as the bees who have built their hive directly above... A lovely spot. I don't have any time to rest, and that's good. At last. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly. I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled, joyous splashing. There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow in the wild. I can't think of any use for a water lily, but... The spring brook emerges up there. It's still small here, but it becomes one of the largest and most important rivers in the woodland realm. That leads up to the throne room. Mother will be conducting the affairs of state with an eye. That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything. Swords of all the idiots who have tried to conquer the elf. It's become less frequent over the last few centuries. There's a selection of cubes here. For a while, it was all the rage at official state visits. The Biggest Plant Book of Avantasia by Charles Mendel with illustrations, a standard reference book that Arbor always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that... A present from one of the North. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout foul-mouthed things in dragon's language at the dragon. I think it's some kind of... Goldsmith. Like all books in this library, it's a get. Those elves, they have so many beautiful statues and items of wood. They'll be really interested in this. What they don't realise, though, is that if we're interested in a subject, then we'll already... Working with wood. There's a master whittler down in the valley. He carves animal figures so real that humans and dwarfs believe that they are... This one's more about interior. Laying the wood down by a pixie's thumb. Several books about animals, an atlas, a book about humans, and what's this? Fishing for the modern... I haven't really got the time to sit and read a book, and if I had, there must be a medical book for elves. A great example of the variety of our... Some of the ideas Mother Nature has can be quite off the wall. A few years ago, this dragon was causing a whole lot of grief. About 40 brave warriors penetrated its lair and slew it. They brought the head to the palace where it was displayed in triumph. The strange thing was that a bit later, more adventurers came carrying an identical... What have we got here, then? Aha! Ah! Almanac of Elf Medicine. That's what I've been looking for.
Ow! Be careful if you...
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
Ill elf? So I look ill?
Take it easy, young one thing at a...
Young one? I'm older than you.
And you look it, too.
I do?
No, of course not, and I can also see no illness. But the mere fact that I've been fished out from the back of the shelf for the first time in
I haven't been feeling too well recently. I know that elves are very seldom ill, but if...
Seldom ill. Elves can, for instance, suffer.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death amongst beautiful princesses.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are a variety of ear infections, and of course it could also be... But I think it is...
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must...
Are you serious?
Very.
All right, this potion.
It is very easy. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey.
Oh, that sounds
It's medicine, it isn't a...
And if I drink it...
We will then at least know what...
This meta...
Haven't a clue. I'm just a book and have spent years sandwiched...
Are you
I am a magical medicine book. That...
I've never encountered...
Of course not. I am in the magical library in Seastone, or...
A red...
Of course. Red herrings are their uses in the areas of...
All right, so I've got... I demand...
Sometimes...
I can...
A placebo only works when... Make the potion and then come back and drink it.
You were probably given...
Right. I was a complete... As I am a book about elf medicine, I didn't get much to do in Seastone. I thought...
Yeah, we elves don't.
And more than that, you don't actually have much time for books.
We don't have much use for books. We sing songs about times past, and many of us...
Then that's probably also the reason why so many elves...
What do you mean?
Allow me to elucidate. Over the years, the songs you elves sing will be changed and adapted. A little here, a little there. And who can prove otherwise?
And if it's...
Have you been bit...
No?
Then it can't... No, I'm pretty sure it's something...
Thank you.
Normally, it's me that... You are only a princess.
The medicine book is a bad-tempered, grumpy old... This flower clearly is one of the more exotic. It comes from a country in the... It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a... Perhaps I can help... The wood of intelligent apple trees is off... For a long time, botanists thought... This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the... Lovely. The love lily enters into an enduring relationship with it. If the partner plant dies, then the love... Guard plants, Vigilia audrey... They have been especially valued in times of famine as they do not require as much food as, for instance, dogs. They can... The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay open. Pearls, goodness knows what I... Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here. That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion. This flower was given to us by the... I bet they belonged... It's a start, but there are still ingredients. No more water in the... And that's the sound of Cheep Cheep snore. I'm going to have to take a few more of your seeds, but I promise this is the last time. One can almost see the edge of the wood through the telescope, but Mother would never forgive me, and there are so many... There's only a handy smooth stone, Arber's sheep. Arber's pot. I really shouldn't... I should tell Mother how her daughter... No idea what kind of bush this is, but its red fruit looks... If I learnt one thing in the woods, it's that you shouldn't eat anything you don't know, regardless of... No idea... If I learnt... Mother pours water from various jugs into this bowl to cast a spell. She did this almost daily in times gone by to ask... Ever since the mirror started to hesitate with the answer a few months... The plant book said that a love lily chooses another. Perhaps it isn't okay. Look, do you know this flower?
Ha ha ha! You did well, girl.
It would appear so.
You snivelling, girl? You all right?
No. Yes? I don't know.
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
Isn't that just lovely? Two plants that... You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then...
Ill? You're an elf!
But if I...
Oh, come on now.
Do we have a lettuce bush in the garden here?
That bush over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue then. They're green when the bush senses...
Pardon?
The lettuce bush has exceptionally delicious sweet fruit. But if it...
Ah, and the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your...
Of course. If... What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for it.
Why? It's only a rod.
Thanks.
Not everything needs to be complicated.
There's something... Look, I found this...
Woodcraft?
I thought it might...
I don't like horror.
Horror story?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be...
Sorry, never looked at it.
Branches sawed off, boards...
I have to get...
That...
This is a lettuce bush. Just what I... Only its fruit is red. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes... This is a lettuce... Only... According to... The worms provide a great lure and should increase my fishing success rate. I always hang one onto the hook before I cast the line out. I don't have a clue about fishing, but just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing. The worms provide a great... I always hang one onto the... A good solid fishing rod. Nothing special, but I should be able to catch something with it. As suspected, there are red herrings swimming in the pond. But they always come back to their homeland to breed. They're the only known fish for... Red herrings are fast and slippery. The willow is stretched. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow. If it continues to grow like that... The waterfall and I have been neighbours for so long that I don't really hear it. That's a weeping willow. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. I guess that I can just practice until I'm good enough. Or I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere. Perhaps there are a few... A lucrative season with a successful technique doesn't just depend on the... It doesn't matter whether you jig, dip, toddle or feed. Wobblers, twisters, spinners, blinkers, poppers, jigs, jerks and live bait must be presented in the most enticing ways possible. I haven't the faintest idea what all that means. Hi.
Well?
We have a lettuce bush and...
Those will be useless. Red lettuce fruit are sweet. We need...
Thank you.
That's what...
If it were possible to hit fish with stones, who'd need a rod? Red herrings are fun. The worms provide a... I always... Oh. A classic. At last. Now I can tick the red herring off my list. This is a metis bush, just what only it's fruit. The pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down a bit. You're having a good...
What can I...
You shouldn't... It's not healthy.
No lungs, no problems.
Don't you think it's a bit weird and warped?
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. Don't tell no one, though.
About the...
Art.
What was that with the metis...
If the bush gets scared, feels threatened or unwell, then its fruit will turn green and sour.
There's some... Do you some...
Arr.
And bored.
Well, if you're bored, then why stay?
Me? And Mother's scared that something might happen to me out.
Well, of course. And what's it called when things happen to you? Life. You fall over, you get up. Well, how can one enjoy the sunshine if it never rains?
I have to get...
That.
The pipe smoke seems to... I don't really know much about reeds or pipe. I don't really know much about reeds. I'm not going... There appears to be an amazing... I wonder if there's any... I've got what I need, but this is so much fun. A classic. Pity. A classic. Pity. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green. Do you need a couple of big fat worms to loosen the earth up for you?
No thanks, I've enough. I breed them in my pot.
That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff all over. I just need to borrow your...
Of course! Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
This is a metas, only it's fruit. That leads up to the mother will be conducted. It's said that a ruler in the north wanted to build himself. Unfortunately, he died. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a... So... Sometimes it's difficult to believe that they look as if some... Each cube is... Helmets with horns. Perhaps I have enough knowledge. Hi.
Well,
What are the potions?
the green fruit of a metasput. You have to put everything.
Thank you for your help.
That's...
pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down. You're having...
What can I...
About...
Art,
Do you know how...
try the kitchen.
I prefer not to want...
Of course.
Would that beehive in the...
Oh, I'd be careful with that. The bees...
Couldn't they be distracted or tricked in some way?
Beekeepers wear protective clothes and use smoke that calms the bees. But I don't have any beekeeper kit here. I just let the bees keep their honey and they pollinate my flowers. That's how we've always done it.
There's some... I have to get...
Art.
The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
Hey now, you all right there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature.
I don't need any more. The rest is...
Oh! But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
According to Arbor, the bush is free. Look at this! You'll be forced to marry this terrible prince even though you don't know him. Ugh. Doesn't seem to... This is only... You're having a good...
What?
I have to...
Art.
This is Mother's... At the moment, it's no more... The plant would survive, I'm sure. About 1 spoon of honey. Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish. I've nearly done it. Just missing the green fruit of the metis bush. There's... Earrings that sparkle and glint. Earrings that... I hope he'll sleep a while longer. He's going to make a... There's only a little water left. I have... According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green. You're having I have to get...
Arp.
Shame that the tree's casting more before the... Hi.
Well,
What are the
the green... You have to put everything in...
Thank you.
That's what...
Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has... Now that explains why this flower's class... If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats. Thanks. Oh, that fruit smells really sour. Now I've got all the ingredients. I'm pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the Elf Burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke. Hi.
Well, what's up?
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect...
You must.
Cheap, I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and...
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet.
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine, it's not... That's right, down to the last drop.
No, in actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another...
Congratulations, Ivo, you are pregnant.
No, that is completely impossible. You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheat, no. No, the book has made a mistake. I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis...
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant.
If we discount, which would certainly appear to... then that leaves us with just the... Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared?
No.
Have any stars fallen?
No, not that I'm aware.
Then that just leaves magic.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. One thing's certain. I don't know either. Oh. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities, that's fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think, that sounds like totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Archmage. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't... Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the main... Only, how are we going to get there? Oh, yeah, saying fly is all well and good. No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small... Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres. And they will shoot. You don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new... Oh, why don't you know the password? Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. If we work as a team, we should be able to... After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her transport and the password. Let's go.